Hey, what is yo guys? My name is Grunt Cooker, and I just want to say before we start, thank you so much on the support of last video, the Thor God Guide. If you haven't seen it, link will be on the screen now, or a link in the description if you are using mobile. And without further ado, let's get on today's Smite God Guide for Bellona, the Goddess of War.
Bellona, enough talk. Let's fight. Do you even know who you're fighting?
Who is Bellona? Well, she is a melee warrior. She does physical damage, she counters basic attack gods, and she's strong throughout the whole game. This is really well for team fights early and late in the game. Now that we know who Bellona is, let's go over what she brings to the battlefield of the gods. For one, Bellona plays in the solo lane. She can play jungle, but I do not recommend this for beginners. This is because jungle with her is extremely important to know what she does and how to play her. So just for now, stick to solo if you're going to play Bellona and learn her. Taking a look at Bellona's first ability, Shield Bash, you'll see this straight line and a cone at the end. That's what it looks like. And when we do that, we mostly want to use it to start a battle, escape from one, or to chase the enemy god that's trying to get away from us. We use it as kind of a little dash, and any enemy caught in that cone that you see at the end of that straight line will slow enemy gods. This ability also gives Bellona a 30% chance to ignore damage that's coming at her. Let's take a look at Bellona's second ability, Bludgeon. This is what it looks like when you charge it. This is what it looks like when you do it. So what makes this ability so unique is the fact that you can hit a same enemy twice. You can hit an enemy when you swing, you can hit an enemy when you hit, or when you come down with your hammer. This is Bellona's go-to damage ability from her kit. You can hit multiple gods twice, and you can hit them on the final hit. This will be your #1 wave clear ability because you can hit all the minions and more. Now, when you use the ability, you will notice that I keep the hammer. What I can do with this hammer is I can then hit multiple gods at once. Just by hitting the middle one, I can hit all 3 harpies. You can see why Bellona is considered a jungler now, of how fast she can clear enemies with just this one ability. Now let's take a look at Bellona's third ability, Scorch. What this does is it's a damage by the line, which you see on the screen. Any enemy god hit by this ability becomes disarmed and loses the ability to do their basic attacks. While the weapon is out for every third basic attack, Bellona gains a percentage of health. Now that we have seen Bellona's 3 abilities, let's go over some combos that we can just do with these 3 abilities. So one of the most common abilities that you can do, and keep in mind this is if you have great health and you can destroy the enemy god. So what we're going to do is we're going to 3, get some basic attacks in, 2, bludgeon, and then use that hammer to finish him off. And if he is getting away, use your 1 to catch him. Now if you were paying attention, which it's really hard to see with Bellona, let me just go back and get some mana. You'll see that as I use my weapons, the weapon in my hand changes. So I'm going to use Surge, I have the Surge weapon, and then I'm going to use Bludgeon. Now I have the hammer, and then I use Shield Blast, and now I have the sword. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you are going up against an enemy god. If you are low on health, instead of doing the 3-2-1 combo, we are going to do the 2, get some basic attacks in, then the 3 for health. This is very important for every third basic attack we get health. If he's getting away, then you do 1 again. Keep that in mind if you were on good health or you are on bad health. So we finally made it to Bellona's ultimate, Eagle's Rally. Now what this does, if you have not seen it, is it's used to leap, which is to chase enemy gods, to stun enemy gods, or mainly used for the damage output. Now the stun and the damage is what makes this ability so great. What makes Bellona's ultimate even better is the two circles that you see. The one closest to the flag stuns enemy gods. The one around that middle circle and around the flag, the biggest circle, gives your team more physical power and protection. So let's learn how to use Bellona's ultimate efficiently. Now you can normally go up to an enemy god and that would stun wrong. But what makes this even better is, say there is an enemy god right behind this wall. Well, normal gods would have to walk around, but not Bellona. She's going to do that. We're going to get our 3. We're going to stun them so they're disarmed. We're going to hammer for more damage. And if they are still getting away from us, we will shield bash and finish them off with that slow. And boom. That's how you use Bellona. Now remember, you can also switch the 2 and the 3. Those are almost interchangeable depending on your health situation. So remember that in the fight. That is your key way to win as Bellona. Bellona's passive states, upon giving or receiving hits from basic attacks, Bellona gains protection and movement speed for 4 seconds up to a 5 stacks. When starting out in Conquest, if you are playing Bellona solo, you will come to speed camp with your jungler. You will clear this camp and give jungler your speed. You will both head to the mana camp, clear this out, and solo lane, hence you, will take the mana camp. You will then head to solo lane. No matter what side you're on, whether red or blue, solo lane will always be on the mana camp side. If you can't remember that, you can always look up on the map. There's a shadow part in the solo lane. This will always be here no matter what side you're on. I am going to assume that everybody that is watching this understands how to play, at least the basics, understands the solo lane, how to clear the wave effectively, and then move on. Now just a brief look at how to clear the camp the fastest. You will use your bludgeon to hit all enemies, hit them down, and you will use this to clear the minion waves using the least amount of mana that you can. If you are low on health, you will switch the bludgeon with the scourge for lifesteal. Now let's look into the item build for Bellona. So when we start off in the solo lane as Bellona, we're going to start off with Heavy Hammer. This is for the health and the physical power that it comes with. We're going to start off with 2 health potions and 1 mana potion. I prefer 2 health potions because we are getting the mana camp, so we're already getting mana regeneration, and this helps for you to stay in the lane longer. If we look at the core build, we'll see that I put 2 boots here. There is a reason for that, and it's not being me just putting them out there for fun. I prefer the Ninja Taboo boots over the Warrior Taboo boots. This is because it provides an extra attack speed, which stacks with the shield bash or the first ability, and the healing from scores. So I'm able to get more attacks off to heal faster. If you want more raw damage, you go for Warrior over the Ninja. I prefer Ninja. We also use the Aussie here, and this is to pair with the Scourge, our third ability. This gives us the chance to win 1v1 battles because we're able to get more attacks out there. You will see I also put Executioner, and this is to shred the opponent's protection, as well giving us more speed and power. And to finish all out, the last 3 items I prefer when using Bellona solo is the Frostbound Hammer. This will help you tremendously. Enemies, slows down their auto attacks, and it pairs well with Bellona's passives. Now, I went Rage here because, it's Rage. It provides a decent amount of physical power in the late game, and you are able to get crits more often, especially with the build that we have going. Our attack speed is way up there, so we're able to hit more basic attacks, more physical power, more crits. Deathbringer is a must if you get freaking rage on Bellona. This allows you to get more powerful crits, so we're getting more crits from rage. We're getting powerful crits now because we have Deathbringer. Also gives us more physical power and the ability to gain more crit chance. So, now imagine you have attack speed, you have amazing crit chance, and your attacks slow enemy gods. This basically renders the enemy god that you are focusing on useless in the middle of a team fight. So sadly, that will bring an end to today's God Guide review. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. It really means a lot. For those who have not seen my previous 2 Smite videos, one is a Thor God Guide and the other is a beginner tip video. Links will be in the description and on the screen if you are using computer. And let me know what god you want to see next. I do special requests, and let me know if you want to see an item build, just a combo build, or whatever you want to see in the video. Let me know. If there was anything I missed in this video, please let me know. I'll be gladly to make an update to this video and republish that. Without further ado, I will let you go on your day. Have a good day whenever you watch this, and peace out.